Hi, I'm Heidi Ferrer and welcome back to Recover, the Sober Tools series. So today we're talking about sober dating. So dating sober is a lot like regular dating, except for you just want to have a few other things in mind. When you're planning the date, decide if you want to date somebody who's sober or not. If you're doing dating profiles or online dating or Tinder hookups, just kidding, maybe. Basically, you can decide if you want to put that you're sober on your profile or not, and if you want to look for sober people. Now, of course, if you're choosing sober people, some of them may have had a problem, some of them not, and you want to take that into account. If you grew up in a family with a lot of drinking problems, you may not want to be risking that, and you also might want to date somebody who's also sober because then you have that in common. So those are some things to keep in mind. Make your decision before you go into it. And also, date a lot of different people. Why not just check it out and see, feel the vibes, man, feel the vibes. So, okay, pick the time and the location carefully. So as usual with the first date, it's a good idea, especially if you're meeting online, to meet someone at a coffee shop, public location where it's a short date and you don't have to stay for a long time. It's awesome if you want to do a sober date doing an activity like, I don't know, rock and roll bowling or ice skating or hiking or something else that you love to do, but art house movie. But basically, I wouldn't do that on the first date because you could get stuck with somebody that you're not that into. And you want to plan your drink order because most places where you will go will be serving something. You may not want to choose a bar. I personally wouldn't choose a bar for a first date, but you can. And my drink, the easiest drink that I have, because they have club soda everywhere, is a club soda in a pretty glass, like a wine glass, with ice and a splash of cranberry perhaps, and a lime, and maybe a splash of pineapple juice too if I'm feeling tropical. Or if they have some coconut thing, get fruity, have fun, live it up. But that gives me a little bit of sugar, and it's also something bubbly and makes me feel good, and it looks pretty. I think the look is important to me. I want it in a pretty glass because just because I'm not drinking booze does not mean that I can't have a pretty glass, right? So if you're a man, you might want to get something else if that's like too fruity looking for you or feminine, just whatever you feel comfortable with. Club soda and lime, always good. So plan your why. Plan your reason that you're going to tell this first date why you're not drinking right now. You don't have to say forever. You can always say you're on a cleanse. I like to say you can always be on a cleanse. Because why not health, right? And if they're not into health, then they may not be into things you're into. So if they ask a lot of questions, sometimes people are threatened by sobriety, and usually those people are people who are struggling with drinking themselves on some level. Doesn't mean that they are a serious, heavy, person with a drinking problem, but it does mean that it might be a red flag. You might want to consider that. But curiosity is fine, and you just reveal as much as you want to reveal. You don't have to say anything you don't want to say. And maybe they're just a person who is really interested in things and has a thinking mind and wants to get to know you better. And that might be good too. If you had blackouts, you may not want to say that unless you guys can mutually bond over that. I'm just saying you can save some things for later, right? 3 months in, you bring out the big guns and then you start telling them your real flaws. I'm just kidding. Blackouts are not a flaw. They were just a chemical thing that went a little bit haywire because you had too much to drink. So you can always leave. Please remember that you can leave. And this is true if you're a person who drinks or if you're a person who's sober. Don't worry about hurting somebody's feelings. You can do the pre-planned thing where you have a friend call you and you can say it's an emergency if you need to, or tell them you're fine. That's fine too, but plan your exit if you need to make an exit, what they sometimes call an Irish exit or a French exit. So sober sex. Watch my video on sober sex, which has been a popular one. I'll link that below. And that explains why the vibes, the feeling, the connection is all better when you're sober anyway. So some people say the opposite of addiction is connection, and connection is good. So have fun sober dating, have fun. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can visit me on my blog, girl2mom.com. Follow me on Instagram at Recover, and I have an online course the Recover Freedom Breakthrough, and I will link that below also, and you can check that out. It's a sobriety support course and a personal development course where you can work with me or take it self-guided online. Thank you for watching. I love ya, and I'll have new videos for you every Wednesday. Peace.